Well, what an interesting match here, the Ryan and Smith. That's Tom Ryan's son, John Smith's son, Jake, and Joseph. There's Tom Ryan in the corner as his assistant, Jay Jaggers, two-time NCAA champion. What a hard first draw for these two top coaches and top programs. Their sons wrestling each other. The redshirt freshman, Jake Ryan, the true freshman, Joseph Smith, pulled out a red shirt midway through the year.
They call him JoJo. 2-point takedown and a good mat return as well by JoJo Smith. We've discussed JoJo wrestling and John Smith, who's one of the best coaches in all of college wrestling and has been for a long, long time at the helm of the 100th season of Oklahoma State wrestling this year. You know, he's so involved with every aspect of the matches, but notice not in the corner is John Smith. Tom Ryan's watching Jake go at it against JoJo, but John Smith is not in the corner. There's Tom. He's on the mat. John Smith has a tendency to kind of go away, though, when JoJo's wrestling. They have such an intense relationship in the room. John gets after him and makes sure that JoJo's doing all the right things, and will make sure that if he's not, he's going to make him pay for it. But he really pushes JoJo Smith hard, and you can tell with the fantastic year that JoJo has had that he's taken that teaching to heart.
Well, a great part of his success for Joe Smith is two-time NCAA champion Chris Perry, his first cousin, John's nephew. He's the one that works in the room with him and pushes him. Look at Jake Ryan in for the 2 points. And this is big for Oklahoma State because we talked about the early losses there, and with Smith being the 6th ranked. That's important.
I was going to say, Klamara was the big loss early, especially a top 6 wrestler going down. So how big would it be to get an unseeded guy in the championship bracket moving on, getting an upset win? This is huge right now for Oklahoma State. And don't forget, this is for Ohio State, rather. This would be huge for Oklahoma State to try to maintain what they were coming in to do. They had their entire lineup qualify for the NCAA tournament. So this is big for both of these teams right now. Escape point for Smith, tied up at 3, and there's 2 points again for Ryan. Couple of takedowns already in this first period in a high-scoring match.
And you know, John Smith came in his freshman year, did not redshirt his freshman year when he was competing, and the same thing happened. He did not place. He was a 2-time NCAA champion and became an Olympic medalist, gold medalist twice. And so we talked about the freshman aspect of it. And Joe Smith was in high school last year in Stillwater High School. Jake Smith, a redshirt freshman. There's a difference.
You see right there, both those takedowns by Ryan were a counter off of Smith's initial attack. JoJo, he's really good at those low ankle shots. He tried to do the first one, then he tried to go into a duck under there. I'm wondering if the freshman's getting a little bit frustrated right now.
Sure.
Maybe he hasn't been in this position where he's down. He's giving up 2 takedowns off of his own shots. I'm interested to see how he's going to come back from that.
And John can hardly look there.
Yeah.
You just got to talk about the Smith family. First of all, Logan Stieber, he's got a great sense of humor. He says when he sees the bracket, he says to his coach, Tom Ryan, he says, oh, you've got John Smith's son. Between you guys, there's 6 world titles and 2 Olympic gold medals. He said, but Logan always comes in with a sly remark. And of course, but the Smith family, you could say they're the first family of wrestling. Leroy Sr. and Madeline, the grandparents, just tremendous people. Leroy, a national champion. Pat, the first 4-time NCAA champion. And then John, how do you beat 6 world titles, 2 NCAA titles? And then Chris Perry, the nephew, Mark Perry. And so you could just go on, and you can't say enough about the Smiths.
The fathers watching their sons in what's been a high-scoring matchup so far. And John can barely look. But look at every motion from John Smith. Every time JoJo tries to make a move, he is moving right along with him.
Looks like Ryan, he's doing a great job of just controlling the elbows in a tie-up position there. I'm paying close attention to JoJo's left hand. He likes to set up. He's got a nice shuck to that side. You saw earlier he did that kind of duck under into that side as well. There's a lot of movement over there. They're fighting for that position.
Well, you got to believe that Jake Ryan is believing right now. I mean, that's what happened in the first period. He's believing. Jake Ryan's been ranked as high as 5th in the nation this year. And so it's not like, I mean, being unseeded, that's a tough draw for Joe Smith.
Stall call against Ryan. You see Tom Ryan getting after Jake, saying, you've got to go. You've got to go action. You can't get tagged with a stall call right now. Closing out second period. Felt like a much better job by JoJo Smith defensively in that second period.
It looks like JoJo, he's definitely kind of picking up the pace. He's trying to control the momentum of this match. Ryan, it looks like he's kind of shutting down a little bit. He was doing a great job in the ties. He still is controlling those elbows, but he's not really attempting any shots in return. Got one for a stall call already, so he's got to make sure he's got that offense continuously going through.
Yeah, does he have the gas tank to last in this match? And that's going to be the big question of this final 2 minutes.
Well, Joe Smith's got a decision to make. What's he want to do on top here? There's no riding time advantage. Does he look for the tilt, or does he cut him and go for a couple of takedowns? But he hasn't been able to really penetrate through, so he's going to try to see what he can do from the top. Because he can get riding time, but here we go. He's going on his feet.
Yeah.
It's where he feels the most comfortable. If you're going to win, you got to win where your go-to shots are.
Does he believe he can outlast Jake Ryan in this third period? A great sprawl, great scramble by Ryan to avoid losing control of the leg. Nicely done to get back towards center and back towards neutral. And this would be a huge win for Ohio State, which has dropped behind Penn State in the early team standings so far. And it'd be a brutal loss for Oklahoma State. Obviously, there's a long way to go this weekend, but they've already lost a couple of seeded guys, or lost a seeded guy in the championship bracket. This would be a major loss for John Smith's team.
Yeah, good
There's
call,
a caution.
The
Yep. Stall call, excuse me.
And that was good. It was deserved. His head's in the middle there, and Jake Ryan is trying to fend off the attack, but he's stalling.
Again, this is another factor, gas tank, because the guys who don't have that energy in the third period, they're the ones who are going to get tagged for stall calls throughout that third. And now a takedown could tie this up.
And if he gets the stall call again and then a takedown,
and that puts
huge.
him in front. Well, in on the leg, trying to get the hips down. There's the 2 points.
And he's going to let him go.
He'll cut him, and now he's going to try to get the win. It's 9-8 in favor of Ryan. Trying to get back in on that leg again. Can he turn the corner? Tom Ryan wants another stall call against, or rather, wants a stall call, John Smith does, against Ryan. Tied up at 9 apiece late.
So he got the stall call.
He did.
You can't bury your head.
Let's go, Darren. Let's go.
I don't think Tom Ryan liked that last stall call against his son Jake Ryan. That's what tied it up at 9 apiece. And now we go to sudden victory. How about the drama in this one? Ryan against Smith. Fathers in their corners, or at least Tom Ryan is. John Smith can't even watch as he's in the tunnel, trying to close this match out.
Looking to come out the back door.
Yep. Trying to put him down.
He feels it right there. He cuts off to the double, and he gets... Nope.
Not yet. He did not get the 2. Trying to turn the corner, trying to get him down. And there it is. There's the takedown for JoJo Smith in what was a dramatic match with both fathers looking on. Smith survives 11-9 in sudden victory.
The momentum was going Ryan's way. Anthony, you mentioned it. It looked like he started to shut it down, whether his body just couldn't keep going or not. But he took his own momentum away from himself, and then the momentum changed. Smith started believing and was able to finish. And you think there's no believing here. It's just called relief.
Nice job, Smith, just constantly staying active with his attacks. He kept his composure, saw his openings there. He was really working heavy on that head. Saw his opening, right across that double leg. He cut the corner there. It's only a matter of time before he was able to hook that leg and get his 2 points.
They both started with H. Hysteria and heartbreak.
Incredible.